Sweeney's new long-term contract at Hartlepool United. You must be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, it's been a while in, I suppose, negotiations for various reasons. Mainly because there was bigger fish to fry in terms of trying to get league survival, cup runs in the FA Cup, and obviously a big game tonight. So, rightly so, it's been on the back burner for a while, but we're finally there.
Mr. Hartlepool United through and through, player, coach, the academy, caretaker, manager over 2 spells. You know, you really have this club in your heart, and you must be delighted to be able to say you're going to be here in the long term as well. Yeah,
like you said, I've performed various roles at the football club. I'd like to think I've served it quite well in the time that I've been here, but equally I think the football club have served me quite well as well. So yeah, I'm delighted to stay and be part of something moving forwards, and hopefully there's more success.
You've obviously been a part of the success over the last few years. We're in a bit of a new era now, and your former teammates, Mickey Nelson, Graham Lee, obviously at the wheel. How much of a factor were those two in your decision to sign the long-term contract?
Yeah, I've known both the lads a long time. More as friends and teammates than professionally as work colleagues. So yeah, they're a major factor. They're doing really well. They've come in and not only steadied the ship, but moved it forward as well. So I think we work well together. In the initial signs, we dovetail quite well in terms of who leads the sessions, who's the assistant coach, team selections and things like that. So yeah, it's worked quite well.
The chairman said in his programme notes tonight for Papa John's game that he's delighted that you stayed, and you are Mr. Hartlepool United. How much of a factor it was speaking to him, and obviously you had lots of conversations with when you were caretaker manager and coming through, and staying now as assistant coach. What was his kind of thoughts?
Yeah, he's been quite open from the start that he wanted me to stay. There was things that needed finalising, if you like. My role now is to stay with the first team, but also with the hopeful reintroduction of the academy to provide that link between what's essentially the youth team and the first team. So that's important to me as well. We could only get to this stage if you're an EFL club. Although it's not mathematically sure now, we're in a lot better place than we were a month ago. So yeah. Delighted to sign. I think it's important as well that I didn't want to sign just because I'd been here a long time. I wanted to make an impact, to have a key role within things, and the club shared that idea, that vision, and hopefully that's fruitful for us both.
Out of everyone, you've seen the ups and the downs of Hartlepool United. You've obviously been through plenty of them yourself. How do you analyse where the club is at the moment? Not mathematically safe, but pretty much there. Semi-final of the Papa John's Trophy, 4th round cup of the FA Cup this season. When you look at the club overall, how do you see it?
I see it as being in the rebuilding process. Like you say, when I was first to play in the initial first few years, it was a really well run club. As that time went on, it wasn't so well run. We suffered relegation, so that set the football club back massively. It had to be stripped back, and we're on the rebuild now. This season was always going to be a consolidation season, and in the next, hopefully, week, 2-3 weeks, whatever it is, we'll be mathematically safe. That's a massive job done, but also the 2 cup runs that we've had as well is probably exceeded expectations. So still, and I'm sure this will go from the board down to staff, down to players, down to fans, still room for loads of improvement, and that's half the reason why I'm quite happy to stay, because I can see the I suppose the shoots of being what I consider a proper EFL club again.
Speaking to you just before our semi-final game this evening, 7,500 fans will be in the South Direct Stadium, and you were just, racking your brains a little bit when the last time you probably saw that many fans in the ground.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong. The last time I can remember it being full and in the atmosphere that I'm expecting tonight was probably Tranmere playoff games. Now, there might have been bigger crowds since then, but I'm not so sure in terms of noise, in terms of atmosphere, positivity and things like that. I think you've got to go back a long time. So credit to the fans, credit to the lads and the club to get into a position where everyone's more or less singing off the same hymn sheet. And I think when you do that, it's proved over, especially the last year with promotion and this year with cup runs and things like that can be a massive incentive, a massive push to success, really. So long may that continue.
You're a man of the town, your family's in the town. You know, is this the first time in a long time, you mentioned going all the way back to the Tranmere Plus, you've seen the town and the community so close together with the football club?
Yeah, obviously in between that we've had promotions, we've had playoff final, which we took a lot of people to. Sunderland away in the FA Cup, which we took a lot of fans to. But yeah, there probably has been times, but it just feels a little bit different now. And whether that's because we've suffered the heartbreak of relegation, and we can see what happens when your club's not united. We've done really well to get back into the EFL, and I think as a fan base and as a football club and staff and players and that we realise that we've got a duty to remain an EFL club, and if you can keep the positivity, if you can keep the fan base on side, if you can perform well and get results, then that's all going to lend to successful times.
Sweeney, thanks very much.